Excuse me. Okay, so I wanted to test a few things. I wanted to see if we could make these a little bit bigger, actually. I wanted to see if we could update our chunk sizes to be a bit bigger. So instead of 16 by 16 by 16, what if we made them 32 by 32 by 32? Actually, let's add maybe a frame rate counter or something. I don't know if we can add text. How do we do that? I think maybe we can, huh. Let me look at, oh, I need the GitHub for Windows. Give me a second. And let's see if there's a... Let's clone maybe a new repo here. Okay, yeah, so there's this GUI here. Let me... Okay, so I'm gonna update this so it'll build as well. So let's open this actually. I need to open a new. Come on. Dang, lots of examples. Cool. How do you render these guys? Okay. Well, let's build this guy. Let's output him to our rocks directory. Or our lives directory. Save that. Go ahead and build. God, this looks really easy. So we just set up like a new container. Oh, we gotta init the UI here. All right, we're gonna use this example, but we'll flip back over here. Let's add a reference. Oops. Add a reference. We'll browse. Ugh. Lives. Okay, let's go into main here. Wait, what? That's really weird. Why did that go away? That's really confusing. What did this example have? Oh, interesting. It just closes. I guess did it update the way that? We'll have to add a window closed handler now. I just need to find create window. That's what I need. What's up? And then let's add a window dot on close. I need to see the it doesn't I wonder why. Yeah, I mean it's definitely if I open, I mean it's definitely, yeah, I can hear myself coming from the stream. It's weird that sound doesn't work. Sorry, man. I think I need to add it to the on close callbacks. Let's see. Yes. There it is. Okay. Let's try this again. unclosed callbacks, add, and we'll just add, I guess, a dispose scene. Wait, why is that now not working? Oh, I think that's what happened. Okay, so hold on. So now I have to get, I think I need to go open this. Now I need to reopen this. And I probably just need to build this. There we go. Let's see if this. Can you even close the window? I don't think you can. I think that's why I lost my. Yeah, there we go. And then let's do something like, where's create window? Excuse me. Sheesh. Mullen knit UI. I need to rename this. Oops. Yes. I didn't mean to do. Oh, God. That's not what I meant to do. Okay. So where's our knit UI? I wanted to rename this, not Alt F4. That's unreal. Knit UI. Okay, we'll create this new UI container. Let's see. We want the size. That sounds about right. Position. That sounds fine too. Top left. Sounds fine. We don't want it to be color picker because it's not. We'll just put FPS container. Then we want to create a new text field. That's what I want to see. Example 4. It was like example 7. It's a text box. Example 5. Yeah, just text. Okay. See, we'll create some new text. What is it? Font size? 16 point, I guess. We'll just get, is this default text? Yeah, we'll just give it, we'll maybe give it a position of 1010 or something. And then we'll FPS container, we'll add element text. Now I wonder if I have to add this to something. Yeah, user interface add element. Okay, so then when you add element FPS container. I don't think we care about the user interface having this. What's the bitmap font? So we'll dispose of it. We'll dispose of it like dispose scene. Oops. Dispose of user interface, bitmap font. The only thing left is this, I believe. Now let's just see if we can get something to show up. That's all we care about. So at the end of rendering all our scene here, we'll just call render interface, or user interface draw. Let's see what happens. Oh. Wonder why. That's really what I want. What is update UI projection matrix? Well, where's shaders? Well, we tried. Method not found. Get shader params. So maybe I need to go in here and I need to actually try to compile this with the updated. Yeah, so let's remove this. And let's try to add back. Let's try to add a reference for this too, and this probably. Add these two things. Okay. Oh. We can do that maybe. So let's see if this can build now. Yeah. I need to open this then. And let's see if I can find the calls to GeoBuffer subdata and how it does it now. And then I can try to fix all the inconsistencies. So it's GL buffer sub data. And then let's see if we can find all the calls to this. And that's it. Okay, let's go back here and figure out this issue. Oh, it's just ID. Maybe this will work. All right, there's maybe one update. Let's see, vertex shader. Program.vertex shader. We just need params, right? There is a line in this that, let's find it. Wait. We just use shader. I can't remember exactly how we did this. Let's see. Show uniform. All right, in Voxel, how do we set this? Oh, I think I remember. So I could break it. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to break it though because we have all these dependencies. Shader is what? Just a shader program. I just want to see. Okay, that's what we'll do then. So we'll go back to this. What is program? Okay, so we'll do shader. Oops. Program. If I could type, and UI projection matrix, and if null not equals param, then program dot use and param set value projection matrix. This seems okay. Failed. Getting close. Oh yeah. So we have to do this bool temp. Go to the new bool 1, and we need to pass it like this. Temp, and this is going to be temp 0. Pass everything like an array. Temp and temp 0. There's probably a shortcut way to make that better, but that's fine. We can do it just like that. Okay, so it's succeeded now. Let's see if we can run this. Probably not. So where are the fonts? All right, so let's see if did he have any examples in here? I don't think so. We can just look quickly, but probably not. Although I probably need to just figure out what calls this load font or whatever. Isn't that what it errored on? We'll go ahead and get this little guy. I don't care if I can. Let's find our little guy. Probably resources, and we'll just call this FNT. Let me see where the error was again. I can't remember. Could not load beam file fonts. Font 16. The question is, where does that come from? Okay, so we need a 12, 14, 16, 24, 32, 48. All right, and it's hard coded in there, and that's fine. I don't really care about that. We can work with that. All right, so let me go to this real fast. Source repos rocks. We'll add folder font. I think is it font or fonts? Fonts. And let's pull out of resources. Let's pull SUP font. Because what we need is, we need to make this font 16. And then I need to export $14. Then 12. Let's see what else this looks for. 12, 14, 16, 24, 32. This font 32. Save. Font 32. FNT. 48. Last one. And then let's add this. Include in project. And we'll copy this to the output if it's newer. What key? Okay, let's first see what text I is. Is going to be F. Characters. Thank you, man. I don't know why. Every morning this week, I've woken up and I've been sneezing, and then it only lasts for like the beginning of the morning, and then it's gone. Why does this throw an error? This is dumb. Yeah, this isn't. It's not clear to me why this is a problem. Maybe this is supposed to have. Oh. Let's see if this is here. If we make it there. Yeah, we don't. So for whatever reason, it's not loading. Let's see why though. It's into. Okay, we'll just go to we'll keep going to the next. We'll go to next. Common. Cares. Wait, why did it say cares no? That's not what I wanted. Okay, well, that thing didn't export anything. I'm mad now. This is what I needed. I'm so dumb. Font settings. 16. Bold. Okay. Let's try this now. I think this should work. Hopefully. Okay, continue. 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 Yeah, why didn't it export to TGA? Oh boy. export options. Try one more time. Save bitmap file as font 16. Save. Yes. Did it output all of that stuff? Oh, it output the TGA too. I wonder if we can deal with TGA. If not, then that's fine too. Yeah, I'm basically upgrading this guy's library for him so that we can have some we can have like a frame rate counter and some other stuff like UI based stuff in here. And unfortunately, dealing with fonts is like the hardest thing. Hopefully. So let me do export options. Let's do a target again, and then let's save bitmap file. Save it as font 16. Yes. Then we got to go in our fonts. We got to make sure that we copy this as well. Include in project. Copy if newer. And then hopefully this will work. But why? I think I need to do maybe I'm trying to make it so I'm trying to modify it so that it'll actually freaking run. I just want it to work. Okay, so this is going to be a little bit tricky, I think, because it wants this guy to exist. So if I took this font and I moved it directly to the bin directory, I bet it would work. Nope. Okay, hold on. I need to figure out how to do this. Let's try one more time. I need to start like drilling down into some of this. From file name. Let's see if it can actually load this. That's really what I want to know. So it's throwing somewhere in here, but I'm not getting the... It looks like bitmap from file is failing. But let's go here just to be sure. So, God, I hate when it's shit's all merged together. This font texture equals. This seems to be what the problem is, but I can't figure it out why. We need to make this like two things. Wait, am I in? No, I'm not. var. We'll just do bitmap equals. I have a feeling that it's not loading the bitmap for the font, and that's why it's freaking out, but I can't. I don't know if that's the reason why or not. Let me add it to texture here. So go back over to OpenGL, find texture, constructor. Okay. So we'll just add this here and we'll see what happens. I need to build this. Build. And go back over here. Build this. All right, continue. Wait, did it log it? Out of memory? How is it out of memory? System out of memory. That's the worst and most illogical fucking response to anything ever. I have, number one, I have 32 gigs of memory in this machine. Number one. Yeah, and nothing in my program is taking up too much memory at all. So, what does that mean? What does that mean? Let's figure out what this means. Okay, so it looks like we may want to actually consider using is there a from stream? Nice. Okay. So we can let's do using file stream equals new file stream file name file mode open file access read. We'll use a stream and then using bitmap and we'll do bitmap dot from stream. See this? It probably won't cure this, but we're gonna try. And we'll just put our try. We're gonna put, this is so ugly, but we're gonna put our try. We'll put our try up here. And then catch the exception down here. Let's go ahead and build this. And then let's figure out what happens here. Continue, 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 continue. Parameter is not valid. So maybe it doesn't like TGA. So let's try this. So let's exclude this from the project. Let's go back into fonts. Let's try to use the ping this time. I could have just done it like this from the beginning, because I know that it'll work with ping. Maybe it'll work with DDS too. I don't know. That'd be interesting. And let's do okay. Let's do 32-bit colors. I don't care. Okay, then let's say font. I should have done this one time. Yes. Let's refresh. Do I have a ping in here now? I do. Let's include this. Let's copy it. If newer, save, run. Okay, this is working now. Hooray! It didn't like the Targa format. What is this being called from? Okay, hold on. Let me close out all this junk. Access violation. Attempted to read or write protected memory, but this is on expose. What is calling this? This is the shit that I hate. Like, what is this call? What is calling this? It drives me nuts that we have a dispose that breaks, but for whatever fucking reason, like it doesn't show me where. It's fucking ridiculous. It makes me so irritated. So we're going to remove this. We're going to remove all this. And we're just going to we're going to add back what we had originally, which is load bitmap. Load bitmap, and we'll do bitmap dot load or from file, and then we'll pass in file name. and then we'll build. So go back to what we had originally. Something's calling that, and I don't know what. This is the most frustrating issue in this library, is that shit just disposes of things, and then when it gets called, it blows up. I mean, it sounds like this all works, but where does it die? It just doesn't make sense. Like, because this is a completely separate thread, we don't know where are the other threads? Where are the other... I need to see... Where are the threads? Sometimes I fucking hate debuggers. Just show me the fucking thread that it's on. It's so aggravating. Especially Visual Studio. It's supposed to show a bunch of really nice things, and it's not, because who knows why. I love it. It's like GPU threads. I don't care about GPU threads. What? Why would it put it up there? Jesus Christ. I swear to God. So let me understand this. Yeah, you know what? This is ridiculous. Yeah, believe it or not, this is the Windows the out of memory exception was coming from the Windows API when it couldn't load a Targa bitmap format or file format. So out of memory is what it was giving me. Stupid is what it is. Stupid as hell. Yeah, yeah, I'm just a little bit irritated here, because I'm gonna make a new issue here for him and see what he says. To work with latest GL and what OpenGL for C#. Yeah, it's been completely kind of worthless day. I really wish, this stuff would work. I don't know why it doesn't. No. What is it? What does it have on there? I know you were talking about the zombie game last night. Let me see. Let me see if we can figure out. Let me just see if I take this out of rendering. I wonder if it still breaks. What VBO is this? Like, I just wish there was a way you could trace this back to see where the last thing was access was. Like, this is just going to be random because it's not. That's the other thing is the garbage collection. It's really weird. It's like this is normally an issue where, what is N? 1 buffers 3. I wonder if that's going to be 3 every time. If it is, then we can figure out where it came from. Let's see if we can figure it. If this is, yeah, okay, good. So that's 3 every time. So here's what we'll do. Figure out, I'm going to have to set breakpoints here and here and here. And we'll just continue until that's 3. I'll add a watch ID. Oops. That's 1, 2, 3. So what's creating it? Of course, the text. Create string. Okay, well that's why. Like, what is this? What does this accomplish here? Like, create internal and then return new. Like, what calls this? Find usages. Do I have to? Oh my god. Okay. Okay. I think I know what's wrong. I think that because the text references, but for whatever reason, I would have thought that. So if I pass with a VAO. But I'm not. So this is create string without a VBO. This creates one. This returns it. This stores it into what? Text. Maybe I'm just wrong. Maybe I just need to keep global references of these things, or at least valid references of these things. I think that's maybe what's happening somehow. So let me and we'll do FPS container, and then private, and then we'll do text, and then we'll do text. We'll do it like that. And in our UI init, we'll do FPS container, and then text is just going to be text. It's trying to garbage collect this stuff. But here's the thing is I would have thought when I did this, when I added the element in the container and all of this stuff, so I added the text to the container and I added the container to the user interface, that I thought would easily preserve references. I mean, if it keeps happening, then yeah, I mean, I just don't know. Is that clear? It's not clear to me. Oh. Okay, well, is this getting called? It's not. This is not getting. Dispose is not getting called. That's what's happening. I'm pretty sure. Let's see this.vao. Let's see what this is. This.vao is null. Okay, and then if I go to this line, and then this line, I could just use step next, but this should have the ID of 3. That's 1. Now it's happening for 1. No, it's still ID 3. Wait, then how is that 1? Delete buffers. Uint. Oh, 1. 3. Why is this such a pain in the dick here? I don't understand where it's getting disposed of. Let's try that, I guess. I was dealing with this problem the day one. I don't know why. It's so annoying. I mean, I get why. Wait, I don't want to do that. I just want to build this. Actually, I just want to rebuild this. Okay, if I go to rocks here, I'm going to set a breakpoint. Yeah, so it's null. And at this point, this ID. Okay, I need to figure out again what the hell. There were like what? There were 3. What was it? What is the error again? It's coming from VBO this time. Oh no, it's always been VBO. So 1's fine, 2 is fine, 3 is not. This is where it creates string. Create string is only called like here or there. Or here. There's a lot of I'm so confused because create string is only called twice. Like it really doesn't. It doesn't make any sense at all. Wait, but now it's 3 is the number, is the ID that is breaking, but the only thing that creates that VBO is create string here. It's actually here. This is the only time that it gets created. At this point, that's only VAO ID 1. Okay? And step through all this shit. It makes absolutely 0 sense. Seriously, it makes 0 fucking sense because I can sit here and I can all day I can key on this right? Let's. Okay, never mind. I know what the deal is. It's the VAO. I'm looking at VBO ID3. This is VAO, not VBO. And 0 or 1, 2, 3. It's this indices. It's this VBO right here. I think I have both strings. Create string. Then we'll step ahead. And then it's going to happen somewhere down here. Yep. Is this getting disposed? Man, I can't make sense of any of this. Like nothing is getting disposed. That should not be getting called at all. Like at all. It should not even be getting called. That destructor shouldn't be getting called. Doesn't even make sense. Let's step into, I guess. Nope. Step out of this. We need to step into VBO or VT. Step into. I mean, this is it right here. This is the one that's broken. VAO program element array. Is this 3? Yep. This is generic VBO. And the VBOs. Yeah, that makes no sense to me at all. Like, at all. Because it's basically telling me that this is getting disposed, but there's no... There's no where it could get disposed. Like, it doesn't even make sense. Like, it's disposing of it randomly. Like, it just doesn't... All of a sudden, it's just gone. I mean, I could add something that tries to hold on to that sort of... I mean, we could try to, like, create some sort of leak that would just at least keep it... That would at least, like, keep it in the keep it in memory here. Like, let's try that, I guess. VBO. All right, so we'll just make a list of them. I mean, the whole point of this is just to protect it from garbage collection, which is clearly what's happening, but it's just kind of ridiculous that I'm having to do this. I bet y'all do this, and then another one will blow up. Oops. Rebuild. There's no way it can be the same one. Yeah, it's the different one now. That's hilarious. Actually, I can't. I need to keep vector 3s and vector 2. So this has got to be a vector 3. It's got to be a vector 2. Vector 3. Vector 2. VBO 1. VBO 1. 2. So. VBO 3. So. Okay. So this will be how stupid this is. Add. And then VBO 1. VBO 3 s dot add VBO 3. And then we can do VBO 1, VBO 2, VBO 3. Oh, I gotta save it and recompile. . Oops. I need to rebuild this. Okay. So what's interesting is, okay, that worked. We no longer get the problems, but I'm I'm definitely not seeing I'm definitely not seeing any text. Am I just missing a part of using this API? Like, maybe I should just add it directly to. Maybe I just need to add it directly to. Not a container. Oh, maybe actually because it's. Hold on. Maybe we're not seeing it. Well. I'm trying to get UI to show up. I'm trying to get text to show up. Do you see text in the top left? Because I don't. And of course, it's going to keep giving me the shit. I think it's broken. I honestly don't even want to. I feel like some of this is probably just really outdated. Yeah, I just don't like. It's really weird because this is the same guy who wrote the OpenGL bindings library. Like these are the same. This is the same guy. He didn't update his GUI at all. And I don't know. It stinks. I spent the entire morning wrestling with it. It's complete waste. I should have just moved on as soon as it didn't work. I should have just wrote a ticket and moved on. For whatever reason, it just doesn't work. We can try to remove the container and just maybe write the text. Just remove this. Oh, we also removed the draw. Oh, look, there is text. Hallelujah. Right in the middle of the screen. Awesome. Okay. So let's try to fix this now. So really and truly the only issue is this. Like this is, I don't know why it's happening, but it is. Somehow it's not retaining a reference. Let me follow up on this ticket. Where actually was that? Was it? Okay. No. Really this could just be this. Where's that text? I think this will also work if I just had this. If I just kept this guy. And then private VBO vector 2. VBO 2 and then private VBO int VBO 3. I don't think we need lists to do this. I was going to respond and say we use lists, but we can just underline that and underline this and whoops, we'll build. Just make sure this works before I tell him that it does. And we need to save this and rebuild. And then go back in the rocks and do it here. Okay. Is that font? I wonder if it has to do with like, this is what I don't understand is I use this all the time. Like I use this all the time. Oh, no, I don't. This does not retain any reference to these. I wonder if VBO... This is really curious. Wait, so where's my VBO here? Same thing. What about VAO? This is still creating generics using these. What is not clear to me is this is not retaining references to VBOs at all. So I can't figure out exactly I can't understand how this works at all in any case. Because look, check it out. So I'll show you what I mean. So in our geometry pool down here, we basically do the same thing. Right here. Wait, is it because I use a new VAO like this? Oh boy. Oh boy. So I think this is why. I think this is why. I think if this guy I think if we use just a regular VAO instead of this, I think it works. Maybe. Okay, wait, what exactly is this again? What is this third line? Attribute names. If we go to VAO, can we do attribute names? No. This just seems like a really bad a bad design, to be honest. This is what we've been using this whole time. I can't figure out. Okay, let me explain what's happening here. In some sense. So what's happening is we're creating a new VAO. We're passing in these VBOs. I need to figure out what it's doing. I don't even know what it's doing this with attribute names, blah, blah, blah. What does this do, though? If I return this, what does the attribute name do? Name. And then those are obsolete things. Where does this accessed? Find all references. Excuse me. So what it's doing is it's passing in attribute names to be used. It's passing in these VBO objects that is actually creating an OpenGL VBO object, and then it's just throwing them away. It's not even using them. And then when it throws them away, they've already been like destroyed, and so there's no data left to write. It's basically throwing away an object it shouldn't throw away, and it's throwing it away like by design. Like it's not even Yeah, I'm a little irritated because this wouldn't ever work. It wouldn't ever work. Like there's not a point in time where this would be valid. And the only thing I can really do now is if I go in here, let's see. I need to change font, so there's a dispose here. Actually, I need to go to I think this is where I'm creating the string, right? Yep. And in the font dispose, I mean, this is a hack. And then I would need to also dispose if VBO actually there's going to be another problem because I'm pretty sure that generic VBO is also a disposable. Oh no, it's not. But let's see what happens in this dispose. Okay, so the VAO is actually this is why I think this breaks somehow. This is now static too. Why is this fucking static? I mean, like, this is great stuff, but like, this is just doesn't work. And the thing is like, what's unfortunate is I don't think that I can set this. Yeah, this is only a private set. So one thing that I could try to do is this. So this is the OpenGL. Let me go to, I can go to VAO. And one thing that I could do here is that I could add something to VBO that so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add something. This is a bad solution. But essentially what I'm going to do is just set this. It's going to set the ID to 0 without let's see. Maybe detach. Yeah, let's call it detach. That's I guess a better term. Now rebuild. Then I'm going to come over here to this. Yes to all. Then I'm going to rebuild this. And then I'm going to come back in here and I need to go back in here, sorry. So in our VAO, I guess in the generic after we set that stuff, we're gonna have to do. We'll do VBO1 dot detach, and then element array detach, I guess. And then we'd have to do the same thing down here. VBO1 detach, VBO or element array detach. Same thing here. VBO1, VBO2 detach. All right, man. I'll see you later, Waffle. And then VBO3. VBO detach. And then element array. I think these are all that we need. I could do these two as well, but for right now, let's just do this. And let's do rebuild. And then let's try this. Okay. Of course, it's gonna throw that. It's gonna throw that all day. I just think there's problems here. But with all that being said, I gotta bail. I've already extended past my allowed time for the morning, so I'm gonna head out. But hopefully, this guy will answer the comment we left on here, and we'll continue back probably Monday. Anyway, guys, thanks for hanging out.